So start to find your comfortable sitting position, your yoga comfortable. Some way that you're not leaning and not sore or constrained, as open as you can be sitting. And I know, personally speaking, that sitting is not generally the easiest. I didn't grow up sitting well, and so the last 15 years or so have been an evolution in trying to sit better and better. I can stand all right, but sitting, finding yourself in a decent open position sitting is tough. So I invite you to find yours. So, like so many good things in life, start from the ground up. Feel the surface of the earth, of the ground, how it's imperfectly flat, and then annoyingly perfect. Take note of where you're in contact with the ground, and then what's supporting your weight. And then start to look inside at what's keeping you from toppling over, because like walking, we had to learn how to sit up. So somewhere in your life, someone rejoiced when you found yourself able to sit up, not so much when you started walking. And then from your sitting position, knowing where your base is, encourage your pelvis into the angle that supports and suggests the forward curve of your lower back. And then on your base, start to breathe. If you're clear, breathe through your nose and breathe all the way down to push your diaphragm down as if to expand your belly. And then once the diaphragm is completely pressed, then let your ribs expand. And as your ribs expand, eventually let your shoulders rise above. 3 parts each breath. Reverse order for the exhale. Shoulders relax, ribs squeeze, belly button gently toward your spine. And with your breaths, gradually bring your attention up through your spine like a thermometer on a day when the temperature is rising. Maybe imagine the incredible architecture of your spinal column. It goes forward in your lower back and backwards a little bit in your thoracic. And then your neck, your cervical vertebrae, a little bit more upright. And eventually your skull sitting at the top. Try to find a spot where the neck muscles let go and give you a floating sensation, as relaxed as your neck muscles might be. Let the transformative properties of your breath happen. Acknowledge where you were and especially where you are. And if they're not already, let your hands fall to either side. Next inhale, extend your arms above your head. And exhale down. Still a 3-part breath here. Inhale up, belly, ribs, shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, ribs, belly. And one more. Up. And exhale down. And let your left hand come to the ground on the left side. On your next inhale, bring your right arm up and over. And then explore stretching your right side. Lean back a little bit to open up the front ribs. And forward a little bit to open up the back ribs. And any little adjustments you can make to find the sticky bits, make that adjustment. And still, 3-part breath. Next inhale, come over the center, left arm up. On the exhale, your right arm down, and explore the other side. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, your arms down. Reach your left arm across the front and your right arm across the back. Take your waist or your waistband. Feel the tendency of your body to twist to the right, but resist it for a moment. Reestablish your breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, start your twist with your lower torso, then your ribs, then your shoulders, and eventually your chin. Breathe in the twist. Inhales, extend. Exhales, maybe grant you 1 or 2 extra degrees of twist. Don't force your chin. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release, and come back to center. And reach your right arm across the front and left arm across the back. Reset your breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, find your way to the other side. Inhale, extend. Exhale, back to center, back to your base, back to your awareness from the ground up, back to your breath. Come from your sitting position into table pose. Stack your shoulders above your wrists, your knees beneath your hips. Re-establish your 3-part breath. This time your belly, when it expands toward the ground with gravity. But don't forget to expand outwards to the side and backwards toward your spine as your diaphragm pushes down. Next inhale, bring your chin a little bit in front of your fingers. Exhale, bring your hips a little behind your knees. Inhale a little bit further forward. Exhale a little bit further back. Inhale forward almost to upward dog or cobra. Exhale back almost to child's pose. Inhale forward, and on the exhale next time, come back on the right side. Start to make circles with your torso. Inhaling forward on the left. Your breath rhythm, your movements, working with your breath. Next time you get to the front, change directions. But keep your breath pattern the same, exhaling as you compress your body and inhaling as you come forward and open your body. Next time you get to the front, find your way back to neutral. Make any adjustments if your body has slipped out of table alignment. Next inhale, left hand forward, right heel back. Hold the extension, but continue breathing. Exhale your elbow to your knee beneath your belly. Breathe. And exhale back to table. Right hand, left foot. Inhale out. Exhale in. Exhale back to table. Left hand, right knee, this time out to each side. Inhale out. Exhale in. Exhale to table. Other side, inhale out. Exhale in. Exhale back to table. And if they weren't already, firmly establish your left hand, fingers spread as part of your oncoming balance. Lean your body over to the left side. You can change the angle of your left lower leg and make a bigger base if you want a little bit more stability. Send your right heel out behind you. And when you've got your balance, inhale your right hand forward and breathe in the extension. Exhale in, elbow to knee. Exhale back to table. And set up your right hand. Lean over to the right side. Inhale your left heel out. Get your balance. Inhale your left hand forward. Exhale in. Exhale back to table. Widen your knees a bit, close your toes a little bit, set your hips back, lower yourself down between your knees, arms extended, palms stacked beneath your forehead, or hands back by your heels into child's pose. So three-part breath also works in child's pose, where your belly expands toward the ground, your ribs outward toward your knees, your shoulders ebbing and flowing naturally. If your arms aren't out, put them out at shoulder width. Inhale forward to table. Tuck your toes in the back. And inhale to a plank. Align your plank. Wrists beneath your shoulders, feet at hip width, hips in line between your shoulders and your heels. And exhale, lower all the way. Keep your elbows next to your ribs, all the way to the ground. Extend your toes. Inhale, lift your hands 1 or 2 inches up. Fully engage your back. Don't forget your breath. Exhale your hands down. Tuck your toes. Inhale, press to table. Inhale, press to plank. Exhale, lower. With or without touching your chest, come over your toes. Half cobra. Lifting with your back, pressing with your triceps. Exhale down. Inhale, table. Tuck your toes. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower your plank with or without touching, over your toes. Inhale to a high cobra. Elbows slightly bent, pointed toward the back. Hands still fully engaged. Still 3-part breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, table. Knees wider, toes closer, child's pose. Hands shoulder width. Inhale, table. Tuck your toes. Inhale your hips up and your head down to downward dog, the inverted V. Be kind and gradually make your way into your first downward dog of the day. Take your balance over to one side to stretch one calf. Take 2 or 3 breaths on one side before switching over and going to the other side. Then gradually emerge from those calf stretches into an inverted V. Inhale forward, step or flip over your toes, let your hips come down to upward dog. So your knees just hovering above on the grass, or alternatively into cobra with a slight elbow bend. And step or flip over your toes, hips up, head down to downward dog. Inhale forward, hips down, upward dog. Over your toes, downward dog. Inhale forward once more to upward dog. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up through table. Knees wider, toes closer, child's pose. Inhale forward to table. Tuck your toes. Hips up, head down, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your chin, step your left foot forward to a lunge. Align your lunge, stack your knee above your ankle. Take note, build from the ground up, check your base, check your core. Inhale your hands to either side of your hips, your torso approximately the same line as your back leg. And still 3-part breath. Inhale your arms out. Exhale your arms back. Exhale your hands to the ground. Step your left leg back, plank. Lower. Inhale, table. Tuck your toes. Inhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your chin. Step your right foot forward. Build your other side lunge. Check your base. Check your core. Inhale your hands either side of your hips. Inhale your arms out. Exhale your arms down. Exhale your hands to the ground. Step back to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, table. Inhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your chin, step your left foot forward to a lunge. Align your lunge. Inhale your hands up in front of your heart. From here, gently, as far as you feel comfortable tonight, on an exhale, lower your back knee down a little bit. So dip your lunge. Inhale back up. Exhale your hands down. Step your left foot back to a plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, table. Inhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your chin, step your right foot forward. Check your base, check your core. Inhale your hands in front of your heart. And then find your dip. Inhale up. Exhale your hands down. Step your right foot back to a plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, table. Inhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your chin, step your left foot forward, build your lunge. Check your base. Check your core. Inhale, warrior one. Don't forget your three-part breath. Let your warrior one evolve. Maybe a little bit of movement with your breath. On your next exhale, hands down either side of your foot. Step back to a plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, table. Inhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your chin, step your right foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale your arms down. Step back to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, table. Inhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your chin, step your left foot forward, build your lunge. And as you do that, let your back heel come down to the ground behind your front heel. So your back foot is on a slight angle forward. And with an inhale, draw your right arm back and your left arm forward to warrior two. Be sure to check back with your lunge. Gently shrug your knee back and your shoulder back. Left arm over left leg, right arm over right leg. Use your breath to go a little bit more vertical with your warrior two. Exhale your hands down, either side of your front foot. Step your left foot back to a plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, table. Inhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your chin, step your right foot forward. Build your lunge, drop your back ankle, back heel. Set your base, set your core, and inhale to warrior two. Next exhale, hands down, either side of your front foot. Step your right leg back to a plank. Exhale, lower your plank. Inhale to table. Inhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your chin, step your left foot forward. Start your lunge. With your hands still down, draw your back foot forward a little bit and take your balance onto your front foot. As much as your body invites you right now, lift your back foot, your right leg most likely, and then either your left hand or both hands in front. Leg to the back, left or both, to warrior three. Exhale your hands down, leg back, other leg back to plank. Exhale, lower your plank. Inhale, table. Inhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your chin, step your right foot forward to a lunge. Bring your weight forward, your back leg forward. Take your balance onto your right foot. Lift your back foot, and either your right or both hands to Warrior Three. Exhale your hands down, left leg back, then your right to a plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, table. Knees a little bit wider, toes a little bit closer into child's pose. Hands back to shoulder width. Inhale to table. Tuck your toes. Inhale, downward dog. Breathe in your inverted V. And walk your feet forward to your hands, gradually taking your balance, your weight beneath your feet. Organize your feet into mountain width and alignment, roughly parallel beneath your hips. And check that you're still with your three-part breath, and climb your hands to your knees and come up halfway with your back flat and parallel to the ground. And now let your knees bend gently, cautiously. Start to feel upright, and gently press yourself up to a low mountain, and then go into your mountain with your breath. First time standing. Gently take your balance over to the right side, unweight your left. Preparing for your personal tree option, which might be with your ankle leaning against the inside, your foot on your calf, or your foot above your knee. Whatever your tree is today, or whichever trees you use today, embrace them and climb your tree. Inhale your arms out to the side, bring your knee forward and up, and exhale gently down to earth, back to your mountain feet. Build your mountain from the ground up, having done a balance on one side. Acknowledge one side and the other. Gradually shift your balance over to the other side. When you're ready, climb into your other side tree. Embrace that one. Inhale your arms out, knee up front. Exhale gently back to earth, back to mountain. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold halfway. And use a few exhales to go down into a deeper fold. Find where your forward fold will be today, initially at least. So maybe your hands are behind your calves, maybe they're at your ankles, maybe right now your hands are on your feet or even flat on the ground. Wherever your forward fold is right now, embrace that and find your three-part breath. A little bit constrained against your thighs, but still 3 parts: belly, ribs, shoulders, shoulders, ribs, belly. Climb your hands back up to your knees, come up halfway with your back flat and extended. And on an exhale, let yourself down maybe just a little bit further. Maybe this time you wrap 2 fingers around your big toes and gently go just a little bit further in your forward fold. Hands back up to your knees, thighs or shins, back flat and extended. And on an exhale, once more into the full fold, this time possibly putting your hands underneath. So the back of your hand on the ground and the palm of your hand on the palm of your foot, if it may be, or 2 fingers, or hands behind your legs. Whichever position you've chosen, give a little bit of tension, the tension of one strand of a spider web to encourage the fold. Climb your hands to your knees, come up halfway, back extended. Let your knees bend more and more and more, and then gently press yourself up to a low mountain. Reset from the forward folds. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, lower to a crouch. And then gently bring yourself back to a sitting position. And then you can stay facing the way you are, but go down to a position lying down on your side. So your left arm, well, no, I'll do the same arm. Your right arm on the ground, and you can use your right arm just to be comfortable with your neck and your head and to keep your balance. Your 2 legs are extended. With your top arm, Reach behind and take hold of your ankle. And then gently urge your knee into alignment with your hip. So try not to let your knee splay upward. With an inhale, gently urge your hip forward, and on the exhale, allow your knee to move backward to stretch your quadriceps. And continue with that. Let your breath, inhales, urge your hip forward. Exhale, let your knee come back. And as you may know, your quadriceps have 4 lobes. So by gently changing the angle of your shin bone, you can rotate through the different lobes, three of the lobes, quite effectively. So just change your knee, draw your heel, ankle up toward the sky, and then down toward the ground. Always breathing. On an exhale, gently release. And bend your lower leg. Take hold of your lower leg with the same hand. And with the same gentle inhalation, urge your lower hip forward, and then exhale, draw your lower knee back. Again, a little bit of manipulation of the angle of your lower leg bone gets you to rotate through the whole muscle. On an exhale, gently release and switch sides. Your lower arm could be underneath your head. It could be just letting your head rest on your shoulder, whatever is the most comfortable. Top hand, top leg. Find your 3-part breath. Inhale your hips forward. Exhale your knee back. And then micro movements to get to the sticky bits. On an exhale, release. And when you're ready, go for your lower leg. Inhale your hips forward. Exhale, knee back. Exhale, release. And press yourself back up to a sitting position. Legs extended. Draw your left foot in. Square your shoulders to your right leg. Check your base. Check your openness in the sitting position. Check your breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, explore the forward fold. On an inhale, gently bring yourself back up to an extension. And change legs. square to your straight leg. Inhale, extend. Exhale, explore. Inhale, back to extension. Bring both legs in. Find your base, find extension, and as you inhale for extension, gently urge your legs to the outside in a butterfly stretch. And gently release and extend your legs in front. Establish contact, sits bones and heels. Length in your legs, length in your spine. Inhale your heart up. Exhale, cascade over your legs and find your forward fold. Hands behind your legs, behind your ankles, around your feet, around your toes. Find your forward fold. Three-part breath, a little bit constricted with your belly on your thighs, maybe a little bit more oxygen going to your upper lungs. And on an inhale, gently bring yourself back up to upright and extended. Draw your knees in and gently lower yourself onto your back with your knees drawn in. Pull one leg in and then the other. Rock a little bit side to side for a free massage from the earth. And eventually, extend your heels to the sky and your hands down to your hips, either side. On a count of 10, lower your heels down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. And allow the waves of release, first in your abdominal muscles and your thighs, then the supporting muscles. Somewhere in there, let your three-part breath go. Let your body take over. Flit around to different parts of your body to check if any little bits and pieces are holding on. Relax into your Shavasana. Begin an inventory of your body, going to a state of full relaxation, starting with the parts of your body in contact with the ground. Check that both heels are placed the same way and that the position of your feet will not distract you from that excellent stillness. And bring your attention up to your calf muscles and check that they're placed on the same way on each side. Move your attention through and up to your hamstrings. And by extension, whether you're legs are just the right distance apart, and that they can sort of release and relax into the ground. Check in with the position of your pelvis and whether a slight tilt front to back or a shift side to side would allow your entire lower body to release and relax just a little bit more. Bring your attention up to your back and check that both sides of your back are placed the same way. No pinches. Relaxed into the ground. And consider your shoulder complex and arms and whether a gentle drawing of your shoulder blades together or releasing apart would allow your arms to go into an even more comfortable position, just the right distance away from your body and possibly with your palms facing upward. And check the position of the back of your head and whether a slight yes or no movement or a change in the tilt might let the muscles of your neck let go a little bit more. Bring your attention now to the parts of your body not in contact with the earth, starting with the muscles on either side of your shin bones. And observe and allow those muscles to hang relaxed either side of each bone. Bring your attention through your knees and up to your quadriceps muscles and allow gravity to help you to relax them, letting them hang down over each side over your large upper leg bones. Move your attention up to your abdominal wall between your ribs and your pelvis. Let those muscles relax such that you might feel just a little bit of gravity's force. And then bring your attention up to the muscles of your ribs and release and relax them such that it feels like they might be flowing over the edges toward the ground on either side. Relax the muscles between your shoulders and your neck. And as you let gravity help you do that, maybe let any stress or strain drip into the ground. And finally, relax the muscles of your head, your jaw, your chin, around your mouth, your lips, your cheeks, around your nose, around your eyes, your eyelids, your eyebrows, your forehead, your scalp, your ears, your temples. Give yourself these moments of complete, full, utter stillness. When the distractions come, from within or without, observe them, allow them, and try to bring your attention to that breath that your body is supplying to you automatically. Back to the stillness. engage a few neurons to begin to inhale just a little bit more deeply, exhale a little bit more fully. And as the oxygen enters your lungs, passes through your heart, and starts to go out from your core to your extremities, when the oxygen gets to a few of the neurons in your brain, send a message to your fingertips and toes. Gently stir the air around your hands and feet. Build that subtle movement with a rotation of your wrists and ankles. And gradually begin to draw your heels in along the mat, bending your knees upward and bending your elbows either side of your ribs with your palms facing above your belly. Gently rock from side to side, reawakening your physical body, re-engaging your core. Eventually coming to center. Draw your knees into your chest, wrap your arms, give yourself a hug. When you're ready, release your right arm out to the side and gently lower your knees to the right. Rest your head on your right shoulder. Left arm just resting in front of you. On your time, use your left hand and your right elbow to press yourself up to a sitting position. Take a few moments, integrate your yoga practice, and then integrate your yoga practice into your life practice. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Steve.
Peace. I was concerned when you went down to see it, but I did not see the bird. Oh yeah,
An ash tree there. It's a merlin.
a merlin.